Welcome to another exciting episode of the Million Dollar Peddlers. I'm Papergoy, and it's another top 10 video. Today we're doing a top 10 license plates. I always have a lot of fun doing the top 10. I learn a lot. This is no exception. Hopefully you do as well. Check out all the other top 10 videos we do. 1933 inaugural license plate, original paint, District of Columbia, $1,740 coming in at number 10. It was for the Franklin Delano Roosevelt inauguration. Again, how many of these could possibly be made? $1,740. Really, really neat thing. Your hope, of course, is if you're not buying something from a license plate collector, is that you find this sitting on the wall of a barn of somebody that you go in on a house call on or an estate sale or something like that. Garage sale. Always ask, got any old license plates back there? You'd be surprised what you might find. Coming in at number 9. Rhode Island 48 Society license plate, red chicken, 40 men, 8 horses, veteran, $1,750. The thing that struck me about this is, I guess it's 40 years old now, but it's 1985. So it doesn't necessarily have to be extremely old to be valuable. $1,750. Again, low print run, all that sort of thing on these, I am certain, but a really, really interesting looking plate right over there. Coming in at number 8. Rochester, New York, where the Million Dollar Peddlers are based. 1914 porcelain motorcycle license plate, pre-state. Now, I didn't know much about license plates going in. I saw pre-state. I go, New York State's been around since 1914. Well, it turns out New York State apparently did not begin issuing motorcycle plates till 1916. So the local communities would have done so prior to that. So up here in Rochester, they issued this in 1914. So there's only 1914, 1915 plates like this out there, which kind of explains why it went for $1,825. You bet your bottom dollar I'm going to keep my eyes open for things like that because I did not know that going in. Coming up next, number 7. Super nice porcelain 1915 Colorado license plate, original, no touch-ups. It didn't say visitor. That's the crazy thing about it. $1,950. Colorado actually did issue visitor license plates. I did go on their website trying to figure out exactly why they were issued, why you would have had this. They didn't really have a lot of explanation about why they had it. They just mentioned that they did exist. Very, very interesting. Definitely an oddball one. My thought would be, I guess, if you were going to be in the state for some period of time, you would get a plate like this. I would think, but I don't know that. We'd have to go back 110 years and find out the reasoning behind it. But at $1,950, wow. Coming in next, I love that just because it's number 25. Just looks so cool. 1932 low number, West Virginia, Good Roads license plate, $2,300. Just striking, just because it does just have the 2 numbers on it. Not like the numbers we have now, the mixture of numbers and letters looks like an eye chart. Just 25, pure and simple, and sometimes simple looks best. Coming in next, Louisiana 1915 license plate, first state issue, nice original paint, $2,375 on that. Kind of interesting on this over here. Different states started issuing plates at different times. Insurance wasn't required back then. It was a whole different world back then. Let's put it that way. Regulation has caught up with us. We'll leave it at that. 1915 Louisiana. I'm sure there are people out there that want to collect the first plate from every state. Really, really cool. You got to definitely be up on things to do that. Vintage 1909 California Auto Club Mickey Mouse porcelain license plate. Again, another one. I said 1909. That was way before Mickey Mouse. Yeah, but look at the American Auto Association Auto Club of Southern California. They do look like Mickey Mouse ears on that. And I said, oh, I get it now. $2,550. Somebody else got it too and said that looks absolutely awesome. The gentleman actually mentioned in his write-up down below that he did buy this at an auction because it did look cool and it sat on his wall for years and it's time to move it to another collector. So really, really interesting item right over there. Massachusetts, 1903 porcelain license plate. First plate issued in the USA. So 1903 the plate started, and this is the 1034th plate ever issued. They actually did them in a numerical order at first, and they weren't giving you vanity plates and all that stuff. You couldn't get 42069 nice or anything like that, unfortunately, back then. Everybody would have looked at you very strangely had you gone in and requested that and said, what are you talking about? It was 1903, folks. 1034. That is really awesome to have a piece of history like that. I'm not a license plate collector, but if I were out somewhere and found one of these priced right, I would actually keep it just because that is really, really cool history. Up next, 1940 Montana motorcycle license plate 533. Interesting the way that looks there with the side there, I guess, to differentiate the I don't know, just it's a weird looking item right over there. Motorcycle plates are obviously generally more expensive than automobile plates because fewer of them were made. $2,700 expensive. And the number one item this week, Georgia 1911 second state issued license plate, so they started issuing it in 1910. Are you keeping notes? Professionally repainted, $6,210. I don't know. I'm one for history. I don't know how bad it looked to begin with. I'm one for history. I have the unpainted one. I think that looks really nice, the unpainted one, because of the history. That being said, the guy got $6,200 out of it, so he knows something or other that I don't know. Now we got some bonus items for you. Vintage license plate topper, Alligator, Florida, unique piece, $1,300, 56 bids on this. I'll be honest, I wouldn't even have known what it was. Absolutely would not have noticed it. Would have, picked it up somewhere in the bottom of a box and said, oh, okay, that's pretty neat. Wonder what that is. I would not have thought it was a $1,300 item. And that's where knowledge is power. And now that's in my wheelhouse of things to look for. Coming up next, rare 1912 Ontario license plate, Canada, in superb condition, $1,236.99. Actually, the oldest or the most expensive Canadian plate over the last period of time there on eBay. So the most expensive one from Canada. Looks like they took that picture up in Canada, as a matter of fact. It looks beautiful up there. Nice blue sky and some snow. That would be Canada. I just need a Tim Hortons in the background. I love Canada. All 50 states, 1960 license plates. Does not show the price on this. Went for like $1,500, something or other like that. Cool item though. $30 each, $40 each on the license plate, something or other like that is what I ended up going for. I don't know why the price didn't come through on that. But again, a neat item there. Took a lot of time to put that together. Somebody got an instant made set. Really, really cool. Like if your son or daughter, or you were born in 1960, or your father, whatever. Neat item there to have. You give that to him. Awesome. Somebody else did all the work putting it all together. So that makes the price seem very, very reasonable. 99-cent sale. Went for a little more than that. Boat license. Most expensive boat license out there. Now this again is the thing where you need to know what you're doing in this, because I would not have known it's a boat license. Maybe the size is different or something like that. But nowhere on it does it say boat or anything at all like that. $1,275. Just getting a lot of food for thought tonight, my friends, or today, my friends. So hopefully you are as well. Very rare Utah Congressional Medal of Honor graphic license plate, number 1. We thought the 25 looked cool earlier. Look at that with a 1 on it. Very, very rare plate. $1,500 on that. Looks to be a fairly recent vintage too. I don't think he mentioned what year it was put out. Did not say what year it was put out, but obviously a more recent vintage. And by recent, I mean last 40, 50 years, something or other like that. It's obviously not a 1920 plate or anything at all like that. Still brought that kind of money. 1912 Wheeling, West Virginia porcelain license plate, low number. And again, this was one of West Virginia. The cities were doing it before the state was. And look at it, it's got a little bit of damage up on top as well, and it still went for $1,666. 24 bids. License plates are just really, really collected. Awesome item. Large LED lighted 3D USA license plate map art. I've actually seen this before. When I had my day job, somebody had one of these sitting on the wall. I did not realize they paid $2,500 for it. Wow. Really, really interesting item. Definitely. I do know that when I was at my day job, sometimes I would daydream and stare at this and go, oh, that's pretty cool. So a lot of work went into that, obviously, as well. So a neat item, $2,500. There you are. 1924 to 46 Maine, number 97 license plates, 21 total. So what are you talking about? $100 a plate, just over. Neat item over here. And again, this is one of those things. This was bought from an estate whether it was a clean out, whether it was somebody bought somebody's stuff out of the barn, whatever the case. Obviously, it all came from one original owner who would have put this on his or her car back in the day. Pretty neat. Kind of now you have a price when you walk into that barn and they got a big pile of them. You kind of know what you can get out of them. You can make an offer based off of that. And finally, antique 1920 to 28 California original bear license plate frame Hollywood. $2,500 on that. I had no idea at all that license plate frames could go for that kind of money. Amazing. $2,500 item. Wow. Hopefully you like this. Hopefully you check out some of the other top 10s. Do hit the like button if you could, and we will see you next video.